Hello, hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to an episode of In the Black Podcast. It's your girl Coco. Got your girl. Okay. Got Sky on. Well,
Jimmy Jam.
Hi guys.
and we have Mr. Conversation just saying hi, guys, to everyone.
You
I,
supposed to say everybody's name. At least, you bring it in. You got to at least say, hey, I'm with my boy EJ, Sky, Jim.
I ain't been on in a while.
She been on for a
Right.
while.
That's why when y'all said I'm gonna bring it on, I'm trying to remember how in the world I was bringing it on.
See,
Exactly. See, y'all don't
Oh, yeah,
want to
Mike.
talk about it. I have a problem with it. Anyway, uh, we are here today. We are gonna. Our topic today is Jay.
being black in America in 2026.
Mm. So we're gonna get started on that today, y'all. We're gonna get started on that. So before we do, how's everybody been? I know for me it's been a
Sky,
been a while.
Hold on,
since
Sky,
I've
hit the
been on
mic
show.
check.
Mic check.
Your mic is not on. I don't know why.
Mm.
Come on.
Mic check.
There we go.
There we go.
All right, all right.
Alrighty. Okay.
Oh, that's why you was doing that.
Yeah, because I couldn't hear it in the earphone either. That's why I be wearing the earphone, because I know who mic on and who's not.
Yeah.
Alrighty, okay. So we're gonna be talking about being black in America in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
So this show really kind of stemmed from the Xavier Wells situation. I don't know if everybody kind of up to date with what's going on with that case, but so we're gonna kind of come on, talk about that, because that happened a lot in the United States. With when you're the only black guy or black woman with a bunch of white friends, it seems like the black person is always the one that get killed.
Mhm.
Even in scary movies, it seems like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that's an American thing. So we're gonna discuss some of that and then get off at some other stuff if y'all got something y'all want to talk about too.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I just want to make one correction.
Yes,
Nolan Wells.
No, yeah, I
That's
was
the
gonna
young
say that
boy's
wasn't his
name.
name, friend.
It's Xavier.
It's
Nolan.
Nolan.
But I guess it's Nolan Xavier.
Okay, good.
Go-
I think I saw that. Was Nolan?
Mhm.
I thought it was a Xavier, but
It's
It
Nolan
could-
Wells.
Nolan Xavier Wells.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Gotcha.
I know I
I
saw
always
Xavier.
thought it's Nolan Wells every time I see it. It's
Yeah.
just straight up.
Well, Xavier Nolan Wells, really feel sad for his family.
Mhm.
As a parent myself, I can't imagine what they going through at this moment. And so I definitely want to send my condolences to his family,
Mhm.
and especially to his mom and his dad. But it's just this happens too much in the United States, and I hear a lot of people have so many different mixed opinions about it.
Mhm.
Especially when I hear black people say, "Well, black people kill black people all the time, and don't nobody care." Man, people care. It's like, but when that
Right.
happens though, black people go to jail. The other person goes to prison.
Right.
That's true.
So
Right.
it's not even to be compared.
Right.
But in a lot of these situations, white people just don't get the same end of the law
Mm.
as black people in this country. And it's becoming to a point where it's wide open now. With
It is.
with this administration that we have, just being racist openly for the past 10 years,
Mhm.
that Trump has put this demon back, this spirit back into the country that was kind of seemed like it was going
Mhm.
dormant.
was
It
going
never
in a
kind of went
positive
away,
direction.
but it was
more-
slowing down, right? It was like it was
Yeah.
slowing down. It was, like you said,
Mhm.
going in a positive direction.
Right.
He comes in with all this rhetoric and shit, and the
Mhm.
rest of his little crew follow behind him. And now, man, this shit is just getting to a point where they really seem like they trying to start a civil war, and a
Right.
race war. So
Yeah, yeah, I agree. And a lot of the stuff that I've been seeing, when we're saying, they're really trying to start a race war or civil war on US ground. Um, so it's kind of like this thing out there right now where they're saying, okay, black people fall back. And I want to say I have seen that a lot. I don't know about y'all, but
Mm-hmm.
we've kind of been seeing that, right? Where Black people are falling back. Yes, we are upset about the things that are going on, but we do have to look at it like, okay, are they rage baiting us? Really?
Definitely are.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Definitely are. So for me, the original question is, let's say the original question again. Well, how do we frame it?
Being black in America.
Being black in America.
26.
2026.
Mm-hmm.
To me, being black in America in 2026 is a melting pot, right? There's good and there's bad.
Mm-hmm.
The good is, I, even though everybody doesn't, I believe that we have a culture, right? I believe that we are strong still in general as a community, right? They want to be us. Our
Okay.
dollar is powerful.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We just don't know how to use it, or we're not using it properly. It's not that we don't know, we're not using
Right.
it properly. We're not using the tools that we have, but we'll get to that. But there also is the inherent danger in being black in America, right? We are 3 times more likely to get killed by police.
Right.
There's redlining, there's gentrification of our neighborhoods.
Mm.
There's the fact that we don't get generational wealth.
Right.
Is pretty much we get 20 out of every dollar that they have, we have 24 cents.
Mm.
Okay. And that is due directly to not receiving reparations. That is due to that generational wealth, because a lot of people don't know that reparations were given, but they were given to the slave owners, right? We're going to give you this because now you don't have that labor. And so to keep you going, we're going to subsidize you.
Mm-hmm.
So they received reparations. We did it.
Right.
So now your great granddaddy, which ain't that far away, and some people, your great granddaddy
Right.
received land and received money, which then your granddaddy was able to keep it. You know, now your parents have it. You 25 years old. These people have built $1 million companies, $1 billion companies based off of what has happened, and we don't get a fair shake. But they expect us to be on the same playing field as them, saying things like, "Oh, you get the same." It's messed up. Oh, gotcha. You get the same time as we do, but
even with that, they would kind of like be gaslighting us too. You know, like, why y'all so stuck on such and such? You know what I'm saying? Why
Stop living in the past.
Yeah,
Like,
stop
get
living
over
in the
it.
past.
Thanks for
and
joining this.
You wasn't a slave. So why does it have so much significance to you? Because you're not a slave. You wasn't a slave. Your mom wasn't a slave. Your dad wasn't a slave. So, and it's like, without acknowledging that, how can we continue to move forward? Or how can things, where's the level playing field in? If you're not willing to acknowledge that and gaslighting us about it. I don't understand that.
Well, I guess for me, I would never see a level playing field
There's not.
at all. And with us talking about generational wealth and all of this type, this type of thing, a lot of this is instilled in us, just like bigotry and things like that are instilled into the white race. I think the slave mentality is still instilled in us. It's just something that has continued through our generation.
It's a generational curse.
It's definitely a generational curse. And at the end of the day, we can say, oh, why are things like this? Or, why do white people get, all these, why are things the way they are when it comes to Black people and trying to level ourselves up? So I was telling Jimmy earlier, I was checking the population of white people, the comparison between the population of white people and the population of Black people in the US. So Black people in the US make up 15% of the population. It's like 15.7, 15.9, something like that, right?
Mhm.
And that doesn't include people of mixed race that still consider themselves black. If you go to that, you're looking at like 17.9%. You go to you and I'm just going to say I didn't even realize it was that much of a difference. But the white population in the United States makes up 56% of the population, and if you consider um mixed race, but they still consider themselves white, you're looking at 72% of the population. So if we're talking about this racism and bigotry and black people being on the same level, again, it will never get there. I
Well,
just don't see where
think
we're
nobody.
going to get
I
there.
don't think nobody
It's not
even.
enough of us
I don't think nobody even trying to
to get
fathom to get there,
right.
because the racism and bigotry is in the soil, in the DNA of this country.
It is.
Okay,
I
so
agree.
it's never gonna go away.
It's
And I
not.
think nobody is making that argument of when it's gonna stop. I think that just, if somebody's doing it, they living in a fairy tale world.
Right. I agree.
Because back to what you were saying, Sky.
Yeah, she was about to add
Oh, you
something else.
want to add something to that?
I mean, where you get them numbers from?
Who?
From
Her.
the census.
The census.
Mhm.
That's surprising.
It
What?
That's
why
very
I said
surprising to me.
I didn't realize it was that much of a difference.
I
I didn't realize our population was so low.
I would like Candy to elaborate on the
Mm.
breaking the curse and what curses you talking about.
Yeah, because Candy is saying we can break the curse.
Well, I think it's going to be very hard to. Again, they don't want to relinquish the control that they have.
Right.
All right, when a person receives power,
Mhm.
very few people are willing to relinquish that power in any situation.
Sure.
Right.
If you take 10 people that are the same social, economics, everything, they're the same everything, and you give one person to make them king of that room, and then all of a sudden you tell them, hey, let's make you back equal to everybody else. That motherfucker gonna do everything they can to keep exactly what they have. So it's human nature to do this.
Mhm.
All right. I'm not saying that it's right, but it's human nature to do this. So if you are a white, especially a white man, and you have been given privilege and you've been given money by your grandfather and your father to you, you ain't trying to give back. When the folks be giving back money and stuff like that, it's tax write-offs. It helps them out to save more money in the long run. It's not to actually help anybody.
Absolutely.
And then between these nonprofits and all that stuff that are bullshit and these CEOs taking money, the people that actually need it don't never receive it.
Right.
It's like 70% of it goes to other people than actually people that actually need
I
it.
think they say 80% of it goes to the staff.
It's crazy.
Right. It goes to the staff for payroll.
So
Wow.
when y'all be giving to Salvation Army and all that stuff, I just want to let y'all know they don't get most of that damn money. Santa Claus be taking that shit. All right. We be ringing that bell. But anyway, that's off the subject. I want to address certain things like this black on black crime that they always talk about, right? That you referenced earlier. Right? Crime happens where you are. People are more likely to commit the crimes in the neighborhoods that they're in. So if you're in a social economic place that is in poverty and stuff like that, you are more likely to commit crime, one. And the people around you tend to be your color. So that explains the per capita, and that explains why black on black crime happens so often and so frequently.
But that was designed.
Yes, it is. What I'm saying is they try to give, it happens. Yeah, it happens because you don't put us in a situation where it's going to happen. Now, if you give us
on every corner, you got, you know what I'm saying? You got liquor stores on every corner. You got, not only a liquor store, you got the liquor store and the church right next to each other. You know what I'm saying? So there you creating a conflict right there. Because the church wants your money and then the liquor store wants your money too.
Right.
And then you got the fellas on the street trying to make $1, not because they necessarily want to be out there, but because they don't have the resources to go and get something better. So they stuck in this box because maybe they had a record or they don't have the education, or they done lost a couple of jobs, or they may have a substance abuse issue. So it's
and it's their environment. It's
yeah, it's a
So it
cycle.
sound like y'all making excuses for drug dealers.
Well,
No, I'm not making
saying
excuses for
no,
drug dealers. I'm
no.
giving reasons. There's a difference between a
Yeah.
reason and an excuse, right?
Yeah, we're not giving.
You're incentivized to do that based on what you've been taught and what the situations that your parents and your predecessors have been in. See, that white guy ain't have to run to that because a lot of times they're in better socioeconomic situations. If they do it, it's because that was just their life. You know what I mean? There's a lot of smart us that have the ability to calculate and do all those type of things, right? Their tools will be better served there, but the schools aren't where they need to be. So you don't get the same education.
Right.
So you don't, it's a snowball effect.
Right.
You know how much talent, you know how skilled you have to be a successful dope boy. You know what I'm saying? Do you know how much skills you have to possess to be a successful hitter in the street? Those are natural skills that them men did not have to go to school for. They didn't have to have no training for. So with the right direction, directing that talent somewhere else, they could have been in a whole nother different position.
So you're saying
I
if they
disagree.
grew up in a different atmosphere, like you're saying if they didn't grow up where they grew up, things would be different?
It could have been. It could have been because
I disagree.
Why you disagree?
What about it?
What about it that you disagree with?
All of
it. So
I'm listening.
Yeah,
because
elaborate.
I'm gonna say this, and I don't like to put my business out there too much. Selling drugs is a choice. It's never a have to. It's a choice. It's a choice. I mean, just like we go to work and work at a certain job, we choose that job. We have to work, so we have to eat. We have to work to eat. They don't want to work. They don't want to work. They'd rather sell drugs.
I disagree.
And they sell drugs to their people.
But
in their community. So, I mean, it make sense to me that you using your own people to make a living off of, causing misery and havoc in someone else's house, pretty much in the same community as you. And that's a skill.
Okay.
That's a devil's potion.
Well, that's just one end of the sword, though.
Anybody that ever, I'm gonna tell you something, and I don't like to talk too much because I don't know who be listening. I always find out somebody listening after the show. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even know you listen because I can't see whoever all on here. But I'm talking to you from experience. I ain't talking to you from a college degree off the couch, or you know what I'm saying, or whatever lifestyle. I'm talking to you from a joker that spent a couple of decades doing this shit. And it's no freaking skill. It's no talent. It's none. It is a choice that I made that I didn't have to make.
Okay. So for you, understand that.
You don't you can't make drug dealing be a good thing.
No, that's not the point of the conversation.
You talking about the talent. If I can go back and play,
that's not the point of the conversation.
She was saying the talent that it takes to be a dope boy. When you're talking about talent, you're talking about something that's good.
People do evil things and had some talent in what they were doing, right? Okay, there are many, many people that I can name throughout history that have had
all the manipulation.
But even that's a talent. Being able to manipulate people is a talent. Being able to read the emotions of people. We can frame it, the narrative. We're saying the same thing, but the narratives are just framed differently. Now, I understand you're coming from a position of it was your choice. Now, got you. Now, there are some people that that became the easiest choice or the choice to go to because of the environment that you were in, right? Nature and nurture.
Right.
We have that balance all of the time. Now, I do not agree with that lifestyle, like at all.
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong. But I'm giving reasons, not excuses. And what I'm saying is we need to do better. The end of this conversation is going to be about how do we change these things. But I wanted to address a lot of the issues that we have and the reason why some of us go into all of that. Because a lot of them are very, very good with math. They can do a lot of, mental math really, really quick
Hell of a chemist.
and do all that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Some of them a hell of a chemist. Right.
What is the difference between doing that on the street or doing that at Walmart? You know what I mean? There's not a difference, to a certain degree. You're just, one is legal and one is not. So to your point about your neighborhood, I'll never argue that. You know what I mean? Doing that to your people hurts in multiple ways. We all know they be selling the kids, they be selling the people. A lot of them don't have the morals and the morality. But again, a lot of the same stuff has the same morals. It's just the government just decided that this was legal and you can do it here if you go and get a piece of paper that says it's okay.
I'm gonna give y'all a little history lesson. Before drugs was in the community, Black people had a community. The Black Panthers, they were in the community protecting the community from these demons. Okay?
Understood.
And the people in the community made the community. They had a community. The whole reason for the drugs was to divide and to destroy the community. That was the sole reason that the white man put the dope in the neighborhood.
Understood.
To destroy it. Never was there a crutch to help.
Absolutely.
It was never a crutch to help. It was just straight to destroy it. So everything about drugs and drug dealing, I mean, I'm the type of dude that I don't like to, and I ain't judging nobody because
you don't want to glorify it.
Right.
I got
I ain't judging
So,
nobody and saying you ain't, whatever, because I can't judge you on something that I partake in myself. But looking back,
but I'm not
from now to
glorifying
then,
it. I'm
you know what
just saying
No, I ain't
it's
saying you glorifying it. I ain't never said you glorifying. I'm just saying that it's nothing that it's all a choice. I can't buy the fact that it's a have to thing. I just can't because we made it without drugs before.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We as Black people, we made it without drugs before. We are great with our hand. We are inventors. We are creators. Just like y'all talk about the culture that we have and everybody want a part of our culture. We creative people. We have got so away from being creative to relying on the white man and asking white people for opportunities and equal, treatment
Equal
and all this shit to where, like EJ just said, nobody's going to relinquish their power.
Right.
So stop asking.
Right. I agree.
How did they get their power?
They
Right.
took it.
They took that shit.
Yeah.
They
sold
took it.
And that's the only way you obtain power. It's by taking it. It's not going to come by going to church and being in this church every Sunday and every Wednesdays and coming to turning the other cheek and allowing folks to mistreat you and talking about you gonna get your heaven when you get to
That's
God and
talking
you
about,
get in heaven.
though.
All that.
That's why
not
they
gonna
own
come.
every corner.
It's
That's
not.
why they own
Because
every
these
corner
are
with the liquor
mechanisms.
store.
Right, these are
And the
mechanisms
dope
they
boys.
put in to keep us stagnant.
Yep.
Drugs, alcohol, religion, all that was put into our community to keep us obedient, to keep us submissive.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying?
I agree.
And so when we learn how to get that shit out of our community and stop asking for some God already gave us when he created us.
So I want to go back to what you're saying about the white people bringing the drugs into the communities, right? Okay, so we understand all that happened, whatever, right? But as the years went on, once Black people started getting into selling the drugs on their own and started realizing this is how I can make my money
I'm sorry.
fast.
The way you say selling the drugs, I got to say something about it. I'm sorry. We know, like,
Don't say
we
it like
know.
that.
I love it. I love it. I love that for you. I really do. I'm being funny, but I really do love it for you.
Damn.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, we got a spiller over here, y'all.
Okay,
But yeah.
go ahead though.
When
Yeah.
you said the drugs, it's like when somebody be like the TikTok. You know what I mean?
She's
Okay, so we're talking about the verbiage that I used
Yeah,
when
yeah,
I added the drugs instead of
like
saying
Mario
just
say,
drugs
suppressing
without the
us
D.
and using these things to keep us in check.
Okay, so if it's the way that I said it, if it's the verbiage that I use,
It just
So we
sounds
got
funny.
a lot of comments we have not participated with.
okay. Do you want to get in the comments
We
before
got-
I go back to
listen.
asking what I was gonna?
I want to welcome Miss Jazz, Candy,
Mm-hmm.
Miss Nisi, Mario, Ian, and they have been commenting ever since. I guess I go back to what's her name, Miss.
Nah, he took your butt off the camera because
Yeah, I
got
got
the
you.
single thing. He got you.
So okay, going back to Candy. I don't know if she's still with us. She said, we are the best culture. We invented damn thing. Everything. We could all get closer. We would be powerful and spiritual focused thing. That was before we even read that. I just got pretty much hitting on that. Okay.
Yep, alcohol abuse violation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it was a lot of different responses.
Especially that cup. Yeah.
Okay, Mario said that it doesn't take time to do those things. The skill is not getting caught and know when to get out. I guess he's talking about the drug dealing part.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, and Jazz said, right. Then he said, suppressing us, using these things to keep us in check. No doubt, alcohol abuse violation. Okay. I guess she said she's here. I guess Candy's still here. But yeah, I'm sorry. I just wanted to kind of.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
I ain't mean to cut y'all off because I don't even know where I was at, but I just want to kind of.
No, that's all good. I was making fun of her because she was talking about the drugs.
The drugs.
The drugs.
But you were saying something about the drugs, right? The drugs.
Well, no, I was just talking about once Black people started selling drugs,
Right.
right, and and started realizing how much money they can make, the quick money.
Right.
Then
It's
that's
addictive.
when things started going the way that they were going. It started, because once their kids started seeing it and their friends started seeing what they were doing, they're driving around in these nice cars now.
Hey, man, it's
they're getting
addictive.
these nice,
It's addictive.
yeah. So
Especially if you're good at it
right,
and you're
right.
making money. Right.
Yeah.
Just like, we keep going back to, you're not giving away power. That's a piece of power.
It is.
You see what I'm saying? If you making money, you're not just gonna,
Mm-hmm. You're a
relinquish that
powerful
power.
person in
Right.
that community, right?
Most people go
Really?
to jail before they
Yeah.
actually realize it's time to get out.
That's true.
Some
They don't know how to stop.
But you just can't.
Yeah.
You just can't stop. I mean, because you set your lifestyle up. You doing it for so
Mhm.
long.
That's
Your
right.
lifestyle is set up
Because
to-
if you stop, where are you getting
to make
that
that
same
money.
amount of
You see what-
where are you getting
right.
that same amount of money? So
when you sell the drugs.
The
when
drugs.
you sell the drugs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sound like a DA, don't it?
Are you sure the drugs, right? What type of let me stop. Go ahead.
Anyway, so yeah, so as the years go on, and but like I said, once their kids see it, family members see how well they're doing, friends see how well they're doing, of course everybody else wants to come in, because where were the opportunities really for a lot of these communities, for them to make that kind of money? Were the opportunities really there? Not
I
really.
mean, just like, we spoke on, I think Sky said earlier about when she was giving the analogy that your generation might not have been slavers, might not
Mhm.
own slaves, and the generation before you might not own, but the generation before that did. So, but you still, for speaking for the white people, they are still using the privileges
Yep,
that their
absolutely.
slave masters,
Mm-hmm.
ancestors set up for them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And so when you in a system like that,
Mm-hmm.
like what we are in, the only way we are going to get anything is by force.
Okay.
or intervention from God to wipe it out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, so those are two options that we have, but asking is not going to help. Just like Martin Luther King, he thought he was really doing something for us until he realized.
Mm-hmm.
And his exact words was, "I believe I've led my people into a burning building."
Right.
By integrating us with our enemies, our known enemies. Because like we talked earlier, it's not about theories or speculation. These are facts. When we talking about what the white people have done to us, we speaking on facts. We speaking on proven history that we can go and look at. So if it offends anyone, then you need to take a look in the mirror and see what's really going on inside of you. Because if the truth hurt you, whose fault is it? Whose problem is it?
It's the true fault, because the truth shouldn't be so short. That's what.
You see,
but I got you.
But you know what I'm saying? So when we speaking on the actions of the whites in this country, we're not speculating.
Right.
We're not being racist.
Right.
We're not being prejudiced or however they want to put us in. We're not being rebellious. We're not causing trouble. We speaking on the facts. And if you can't feel that, then that's your fucking problem.
So let me give them something. All right. I want to talk about one of the newer age issues that we have. All right. Allies and the cookout conversation.
Okay.
I want y'all to think. I just think for a second. Why is it that in every walk of life, as soon as they do something, and this goes to the slave mentality, right? This goes to viewing them as better than us. Now, I don't. Let me just say that.
Yeah, right.
But we're talking in general terms. The best rapper, who we be trying to put up in there?
The best rapper?
Yeah.
Talking about today's rapper?
Yeah, but when they be talking about just in general, who's a name that comes up all the time?
Tupac.
Lil Wayne.
Cool.
Eminem.
There you go, right there. That name always get thrown out there. It's one of the first names. Everybody, right?
Eminem.
But there are rappers a lot like him that do a lot of the same stuff. And let me give you an example. When Eminem first came into the game, he was saying stuff like, "Stick 9-inch nails in each one of my eyelids," rapping like that and stuff. He was given the chance to become better. Every time one of them does something in our culture, we welcome them in, we bring them in. You know, just like old dude said, whether it's athletics, if a Caucasian guy does something in basketball, he the next greatest thing. Oh my God, he white chocolate, he this, he that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When
he got flavor.
when there's literally 75 other players that are better than him, but he gets pushed.
Right.
Boxers, same thing. I mean, as soon as a Joe Khalidi comes into the game, he the greatest thing since sliced bread. We still trying to say Rocky Marciano is the greatest boxer of all time. You know, people trying to argue that over Muhammad Ali, even though we know his record.
Who's arguing that shit?
Even though we know his record is because he's undefeated. You know what I mean?
Look who he fighting,
exactly. You know what I mean? And we both know the mafia controlled all of that. People were told, if you don't lose, you're gonna die. Your whole family gonna
Warriors. So like if you get they can't handle the truth.
Exactly, sir. Every time we allow them, why does as soon as they do one thing, he can come to the cookout? If he got a little swagger, if he shook his shoulders and did a shimmy a little bit, he can come to the cookout.
If they dance as well,
if he can sing.
I think it's just that thing of
some of us,
acceptance. We just
why do we want to bring them into our own spaces? We have so few.
This the thing though. I mean, I ain't saying that it's right, but I just feel like that's probably the thing of acceptance. The same way with this young man, Nolan. Yep. He felt like he was accepted. When you see the pictures, it's just him, the only one, and the rest of them white.
Right.
And he felt like he was accepted.
Right.
And that acceptance actually cost him his life. That feeling of being accepted. I hear a lot of business owners that does not feel that their business is profitable if they don't get white money.
Because I don't see how when the black dollar make the world go around.
They just feel like, because you got to look at it. I'm not saying you have to, but just try to look at it in this realm. White people have had the realm and control of the world for a minute. They have been the dominant race for a while. Okay. I can't count the years, but they have dominated in the world for a while. We just talked about it. This country here have more military bases all over the world than any other country. In any other country. So they have put their hands in everybody's way of life, damn near, for thousands of years. And the fact that they are clever at division, at manipulation, at really getting people to really hate themselves. And they did a number on our people, of getting our people to really hate ourselves. It's people that don't like who they are. They go and get their nose cut. They go and get asses put on them. You know what I'm saying? They are really altering their body like we do cars.
Absolutely.
Because they have self-hate. They don't
Absolutely.
like themselves.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? And this was taught. This was a weapon that they brought in with this Jim Crow shit to teach us that self-hate. And the reason why we can take a gun and blow each other's brains out and don't think twice about it, because we hate each other. We hate ourselves. When I look at EJ, I see me. When EJ look at me, he see himself. So he hate men. He hate black people. When he look at me, he hate me. When you look at the white man, you see this false image of God who they portrayed and they put up for years of Jesus. So when you see white people, you see godly people.
Oh, Caesar.
That was the whole reason for that manipulation of the psychological mindset, to manipulate your psychological mind to when you see your brother, he looks like your enemy. And when you see the enemy, he looks like God.
You know, I'm going to put my business out there a little bit. I have a brother, right? He's our baby brother. And he talks about, well, the way he talked about black people, we thought he hated black people, right?
Right.
How he talked is like, is black Americans so stupid. Like he did not like black Americans and how they was moving and how they made us look at as black people. He moved out the country because he didn't want to be associated with that.
Your brother?
Yes. And for a long time, I just thought he hated us. Like we are those, you know, we're your family. We are those same people, even though they make mistakes, they do this, they do that. They still are us. That's our people, right? And it took me a while to understand where his frustration came from and where the dislike came from. And after talking to, because he's very, he's very well-spoken and educated about his feelings and his views. And when you sit down and talk to him, you like, okay, it gives you a different perspective on things. And it makes you think, and I understood, but I still don't agree. Because for me, my people is my people. No matter, just like it's like a child, right? Or a family member. Yeah. Like a bad kid. Like
Right.
them kids bad as fuck.
Right.
Still love them.
But you still love them.
Right.
And
I'm curious to know, where did he move?
Japan.
Okay. Mario, that where you just came back from, man, the big dog.
He moved to Japan.
So the thing is through social engineering that we've all touched on at some point, we've been taught, especially the social media and TV and social media, right? So because it starts, I want to say, in the baby boomers, right? We're taught that what their way is best, the way they look is best,
Yeah.
their hairstyles are best.
Absolutely.
Oh, that was
They're-
a whole
Hollywood helped them out with that too.
Oh,
Exactly.
Definitely do that.
Prime example, Charleston White, not Charleston White, Charleston Heston plays Moses. Okay. Plays Moses.
Right.
Mel Gibson
Yep.
played Jesus.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? A literally as white as you can be man
Right.
plays somebody who's supposed to have a really darker skin tone.
Just think about the
Whether
man
you want to
that
say
played
bronze or whatever.
Let's think about the man that played Tarzan.
Which one?
You remember Tarzan? This probably was before. You remember when we was little that had the movie Tarzan
Right.
in the jungle.
Yeah.
White man.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm saying, your
Cleopatra.
skin is gonna be dark as hell being in the jungle out there for all that year, all them years.
Right.
Even if you were originally born white,
Yeah.
you gonna have a tan out your ass out there. But you know, that's the same thing.
Yeah.
So
And Cleopatra. Who's
Oh.
always playing Cleopatra?
White women.
White women. Elizabeth
But see,
Taylor.
okay, but
well
that
known
goes
for playing Cleopatra.
Exactly.
that goes back to what Jimmy was what had touched on about people hating themselves,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Because if this is what you see all the time,
Right.
that get the money, the cars, the houses, whatever, the things that you desire, right?
Mhm.
This is the look that you need to have
Well,
to obtain that.
That's why they put that in entertainment. If y'all think about it, just think back to when a lot of these stars first started singing. And I'm going to say females. I'm going to
They
say
have-
black females, right? I'm going to go back to Sierra. Just think about how Sierra looked. Her first video, Goodies.
Oh, I know that video
Look,
because I
think about how she looks now. So
How she
most
look- did she look? I
she
can't
look completely different. If you get a side by side of how she looked in Goodies and a side by side of how she looked right now, the other
Hold up.
day when she was
Yeah, I got some
with
comments.
Russell and they were at the award show, what was the BET awards, right? Look at how she looked now compared to how she looked then. But when you think about a lot of these female entertainers, these female singers, the first thing they do is their nose. That's the first thing, because they have to look a certain type of way in every single angle for a picture. Okay. They start with their nose.
well,
Then they go from there. They start hitting other little areas from there. And a lot of them
Lighten the
get
skin.
obsessed.
Yeah.
Yeah. They like
Mario said, "Wait,
and they get
wait.
obsessed
DNA
with fixing themselves.
And pigment will decide if you tan or dark from the sun.
well,
whether
That melanin.
well,
if you
even
ain't got
if
no
you're
melanin-
white, even if you don't have no melanin or whatever, your skin don't get dark, it's gonna get red. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get red. It's gonna turn some type of color. It's just not gonna stay white. You staying out there in that jungle.
they gonna burn.
Yeah.
They burn.
Yeah. It's
but
not-
understood
Yeah.
in general,
That-
that's a very good point,
Right.
Mr. Richmond.
But going
Yeah.
back to what you were saying,
Yes.
so if you are correct, because even if you look at Beyonce and Shakira, right? They
Mhm.
did a song and stuff together.
Mhm.
They tried so hard to make them look so identical.
Mhm.
But instead of making Shakira darker,
They made Beyonce.
they made Beyonce lighter. They made Beyonce look in her image.
Hips don't lie.
Yep.
Hips don't lie.
Kind of
Yeah.
watched that about 70 million times, but
And
Miss
even
Jazz said money can make you look like anything.
and
Yes, it
even in
can.
other
It
and
can.
even in other videos too, or even just the artists from back in the day to now, they try to recreate
Mhm.
these looks
Absolutely.
to keep a certain agenda going. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
They do. They do. Cardi B doesn't look nothing like she used to look when she first.
Mario said this
Okay.
come from the European look, making people look like they want to look for they caught up with everything.
yep.
Mhm.
Where
And
this
that's
come from,
and
this
that's why
makeup and all this.
that's why when I say I love my natural BBW queens, you know what I'm saying? I don't subscribe to European standards. You can't call me,
Right.
can't say that. Baby, bring all your natural goodies and goodness to me. That thing
Right.
can be curly, that hair can be curly, and that ass fat. I love it exactly like it's supposed to be.
But what's messed up
With some
though,
pooper too.
if you think about it, like it's a lot more people that are
Yeah, right there.
that are
Or
insecure
like this right here.
about how, oh yeah, I mean, you know, we all
A fupa. Mm-hmm.
10-4.
They like that.
but yeah, I mean, if we're talking about, even if we're talking about us regular people
Yeah, let's get back
That
to regular people.
are
'cause those people
insecure,
have,
yeah, if we're
they
talking
don't have
about
the
regular
same
people
life
that are
and the problem we
insecure
got.
about themselves, though, if they had the money to change themselves,
Now
they
I ain't
would.
gonna lie.
I don't believe everybody would.
Yeah, but not everybody.
I don't
Not
think
saying
the
everybody.
majority of the
I'm-
people really would.
I mean, I can easily say yes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about. Let's just talk
I'm
about
like,
women.
if
Let's
you
just talk about
had
women
all
first.
the
I was
money-
just gonna put myself out there.
Wigs, straightening of hair,
I
all of
have.
those type of things.
Where that come
Changing
from?
how you naturally look, wanting the European
Right.
look and stuff like
Yeah.
that, because that's what you see on the Virginia Slim commercial. That's what you see. That gives you the illusion they have what I want, and I want to look
on
like
top
that.
of the fact that they made fun of us.
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
made fun.
Oh,
of
Oh,
our
they
women.
made fun of
Absolutely.
us from
Yeah.
having big booties and stuff like
Big
that. But
lips.
guess what?
big noses.
But guess what? They
Right.
going to have surgery for.
real dark. If
You know
were
what I'm
real
saying?
dark
They
skinned,
have,
was-
sur-
they
yeah,
was
they have
getting-
surgery for the lips. They sit in the sun to get darker.
Mhm.
So I'm saying all of these was tactic used to put us in the place that we're in today.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, how do you get from it? How do
And
you get away from that?
And
we,
I'ma
we
say
all
this
know this
from my
How do you get away
experience,
from it?
right? Because there was a time where I wanted to look like that too, because I wanted to be a model, right?
Mhm.
So all I seen as early on growing up was real skinny, petite. You had to be a certain shade, you had to be a certain size. So I desired that because that's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
I can see that.
So like
Yeah.
the question is,
I know I'm ready for this.
How do we get away from that? Okay, we know what it was. We
From the
see what
insecurities, because
just
that's
from
what
all
it is.
everything y'all discussing, of wanting this and wanting that, and having these desires to have this and that. What's the remedy for that?
All right. Step one. Right now, the biggest way to reach people is through what?
Social media.
Okay. So pushing positivity, whether it's body positivity, and let me be careful when I say this, not you stay how you are just because you stay how you are. Because as a nigga who been almost 400 pounds,
Right.
I should be losing weight because that's unhealthy.
Okay.
But body positivity, pushing these narratives through social media, the positive narratives now, so we can see, so our kids, the next generations, can see how things should be. Right? They've already used it to manipulate us. Like we said, Hollywood, TV, movies, social media. Let's move the wave. That's why they've tried to control TikTok. That's why they've tried to control all of these apps with all of this. Especially when China was controlling TikTok and everything like that. That's why they wanted so much control of it, right? So, like Mr. Richmond said, it's all media corrupting our youth and community. So let's push the positive content creators. All right. You can't change your algorithm if you always looking at the negativity, right?
Correct.
If the only I can talk about my own show, if y'all allow me for a second, right?
Yeah.
My biggest numbers is always when I'm talking about some bullshit. Biggest numbers. That's when I do. When I'm talking about some relationship shit or some whatever.
If you gossiping about
Yeah,
bullshit,
Yeah. They love that shit. My best video in the last year has been Galentine's Day. They was
Oh.
half naked on that motherfucker. Let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? And talking about
We
the
had clothes
Galentine's Day parties. They came in their lingerie. They love that. That's 50,000, 70,000, 100,000 views on that shit. Right? Cool. But then the very next episode, when me and her were talking about the black dollar and what we need to do to,
Hey, that.
wanna know how many likes I had on that? I mean, how many views I had? It wasn't even 2,000. We went from almost 100,000 to less than 3,000 views in the next day. So when you talking about shit that matters, we do not go and we don't listen to it. So that's the first thing. Let's push positivity, right? That's the first. Now, the power stuff that you're gonna get into, cool, got you. You know what I'm saying? I'm let you handle that part. But this part over here, you know what I'm saying? Let's push the positivity first. Let's make sure that they hear what we should be doing and use the same tools that they've used to combat them on that end of the spectrum. Okay. Then let's understand how powerful our dollar actually is.
Mhm.
Right? Us actually boycotting is still a legit way to change things. We have to be consistent though. Like the one that everybody knows, this Target one.
Yeah, Target.
Okay.
I was gonna bring that
It's
up.
too many people that was just like, man, I don't care, whatever. They still shifted some stuff,
Mhm.
even with because they started losing some money.
They did.
So that tells you, what if we all really did stop going there? We could make these people move how we want them to move.
Right.
But we so busy wanting to do that, there's always somebody that's gonna cross the picket line. But with social media and with those type of things, they cross over too quickly. It's just like, I don't know if any of you have ever been part of a union or whatever. Something happens, the union tries to stand strong, and then, but you're always gonna have people who are called picket jumper fencers or whatever, picket fencers or whatever. They jump the fence to go back over there because I have to provide for my family. I have to whatever. We are never able, we don't want to take losses. We don't think about the long-term damage that it can take for jumping back over there. And if we would actually stand strong together and work with each other, we could actually get something.
I think part of that problem with that is that Black people already feel like they lost so much, right? They lose so much. They're not going to be able to regain themselves if they continue to follow that. And I think it basically, in a nutshell, it's like being job scared. But if we walk around like they do, like they own this shit, because really we own this shit. We built this shit. So if more of us would start walking with our head high, with pride and with some dignity by ourselves, and then that energy, and push that energy and encourage others to have that same pride in themselves and within their community, because we know it starts in the community, right? And then it branches out. So we have to put that pride back in our communities.
They said, you know why the lion is the king of the jungle?
Why is he?
I mean, because he's not the strongest animal in the jungle, right?
Right.
It's his attitude.
Mhm.
It's his
Attitude equals amplitude.
He walks around like, this is my motherfucking play. I'm the king.
Mhm.
But he is not the strongest animal. But his attitude gives him that. And see, that's what these type of things do to us. These are designs. This young man losing his life on the 250th anniversary of this country is not a coincidence.
Mhm.
The devil does not do shit on coincidence. It's strategical. It's strategy. Just like Trump coming into office. Trump coming into the office, he would have never became a president had Obama been the president first. Nobody would have ever voted for him. But the fact that Obama just pissed off white supremacy, the fact that they can't believe that a nigger is in the White House that was made for a white man for 8 years, not 4 years. But he was there for 8 years. And not only was this nigger in this White House for 8 years, this nigga had the best economy and the best job growth that this country has ever seen.
Ever.
This country has never seen it. He did an excellent job and had zero scandals.
Now
Still ain't got one. Ain't had one his entire life.
Right,
Zero.
right.
We have not had not one president in that office that had some bullshit come back to him, except this man.
Mm-hmm.
And Trump is like a serpent. He's seen that hatred and rode the waves of that hatred right on into the White House. And now he run this motherfucking country right into the dirt. And it's deserving of it. This country deserved to fall on his ass for what it has done to the people that reside in this country. Before the white folks came over here, they killed millions of natives.
And I want to understand, right? why not black people, I'm sorry, why white people feel like black people are so much a threat when we don't have a history.
Because they know who you are. You the one don't.
They don't. I know who I am.
No, the answer to your
General.
question.
I get you.
In
I'm
general.
just trolling.
Right. But you put a question out there that
Yeah.
a lot of people probably asking.
Yeah.
But the answer to that question is they know who you are.
Mhm,
Mm.
mhm.
They
That's why
know
it's
where they picked
big
you up
right
from.
now. It's so big right now, on social media where they're talking about how history was whitewashed
Mhm.
and how they flipped the narrative to make it work for them. So of course they have to teach this in the history books. They have to teach this in school,
But
and
see-
it's all in the school books. But,
but see,
do
they-
we really know our history?
No, we don't, because even now they're trying to erase what they wrote.
Mm-hmm.
What they wrote now, what was American history. They're trying to erase that. And that ain't even the truth.
Correct.
We don't know what the truth is.
We do.
Well, not the way they have it right now. Like unless we're doing the work ourselves, unless we're doing the research ourselves,
And a lot are not.
we're not going to
Well,
know.
you got this generation. This generation are more informed than any other generation.
Absolutely.
But they have
That
the
I agree.
internet. They have more resources.
It's just right. It's all about resources.
Now
Right.
They have
that
more
is
resources.
true, but it's been manipulated the most.
I ain't
It's most
finished.
easy-
Right.
okay,
I didn't get a chance to finish. I was going there, but I didn't get a chance to finish that. But right, exactly. You see what I'm saying? This generation is also the generation that don't have a fear of God. And that is what's going to destroy them. The fact they have nothing, they have no accountability to anything or anyone. And those they have no guardrails. Okay. So that is going to be the worst thing for them. So they have all this information right at their hands and don't have anything, don't have enough sense to use it for the better judgment and the better good of themselves and their people.
Well, I want to say a little something.
We got everything. We know everything now. We know.
You mentioned that they don't know God.
I said they don't have a fear of God.
They don't have a fear of God.
Yeah.
But how can you fear something you don't understand? How can you why fear something when, because we know these people now, like this generation, they're more knowledgeable and they're more awakened. So if God and Jesus is being depicted as one thing and they know it's another, and they're getting to know themselves, right? Because we are in an era of spirituality rising and people of color starting to know who they are, what they are, and what they're capable of on the spiritual level, whether you're Christian, whatever your denomination is, right? You becoming to know the truth. So if you becoming to know the truth and the veil is lifting, why should you what are you fearing? Why should you be scared? Because you've been lied to this whole time.
Good question. Good statement. When I use the word fear of God, I'm using it metaphorically. I'm not using it as an actual, terrified, scared. It's more of a fear of consequences for your actions.
That's what I'm saying.
But see, that's what I'm saying. They don't have, this younger generation don't have a fear of consequences for their decisions. The jailhouse is overcrowded.
Mhm.
It ain't overcrowded with white people.
Right.
It's not overcrowded with Mexicans. Okay? It's overcrowded with black men. Young black men, some of them even old. But young, they do not have a fear of consequences for their action. They go out here and do shit off of their emotions that change their lives in a matter of a second, forever. Oh, just the way over here, man. Me and Mario were talking about he was telling about a situation in New Jersey of a man that was with his son, and a white man was verbally abusing the man's son, calling him all kind of niggas and everything. To the black man just lost his cool, hit his ass, killed him. One hit, killed him. He had to take a plea deal for 3 years. His whole life has changed for
But-
one decision.
Had that been on the other foot, you think that white man would have got time?
I mean, that's neither here nor there. But we talking about what happened, what actually happened. This ain't even a theory or hypothetical. This facts. This actually happened. You see what I'm saying? So the fact that he made a decision based off of something that was going on right there, and it was an emotional decision, that now his entire life is totally different off of one bad decision. One bad decision. So that's what I'm saying. When you have that fear of consequences, we use the term fear of God because God give you your circumstances. If you don't believe in God, I mean, close your ears. You know what I'm saying? This ain't for you. But the people that actually believe in God, to know that there is a higher power. That is no matter what you call him, whatever your language is, whatever you call God, it's still God. And that's the war because of the name of God. That's the big division in religion. The name. What language called God El Shaddai? What called God Allah? What language called God Jehovah? One language called him Buddha.
One language call it mama.
But it's still God.
What'd you say? And I was just about you beat me to it. You beat me to it, the joke. I was gonna say she just called me Big Daddy and God sometimes too, but you know.
We caught that real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
Like, hold on.
Now she took my thunder. She beat me to the joke. I know we gotta have we be so serious for a long time. I gotta throw a little something in there. Yeah.
Because I've been up put on the preacher suit and go preaching on y'all.
No, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Because you know, this all goes to the same type of point: the unfairness in this world for being a black person.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And all of these different things. That's why I was saying we're not giving excuses. We're giving reasons that things that happen. Right. We're being hit from, look how many different angles that we've been talking about. Okay. Whether you're talking about, people don't even understand, like when you have a business as a black person, you are less likely to get a business loan with the same credit, the same money, the same everything based on your color. How do they know this? They ran it through the algorithm. They trained the algorithms now to pick up on if this person is potentially black, African American, whatever term that you want to use.
Right.
So even when you're trying to build generational wealth,
Lord forbid your name sound black.
you know what I mean? So these are the things that we have to go through.
Yeah.
And this is when you are a law-abiding citizen. We're not talking about people that have strikes. We're not talking about the people that actually have done illegal things. I'm talking about the most moral person that you fucking know.
Yep.
All right. I have nothing but some parking tickets. Now I just didn't get caught. Thank you, Jesus. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
yeah, I went to jail, but I literally went to jail because of pretty much parking tickets. Not driving with insurance so many damn times with the police was like, hey, bro, if you come back in here one more time, I'm about to give you like 60 days, my nigga. Because you bullshitting. And I came back in there 4 days later. And he was like, nigga, I just seen you, bro. You know that look when a motherfucker like, nigga.
Yeah.
So I say all that to say, I got lucky. But even me, with nothing on my record, just the other day, I was right across the street at Traffic Circle. There's a racist white man that stays in there's a trailer that is in the traffic. Y'all know the Traffic Circle I'm talking about, right? That trailer that's there, right across the street where the Sharks and all of that is, that parking lot. Used to be a Dollar Tree, all that. It's a Chinese. I know you don't be over here on this side of town much.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm talking to the wrong person. But you know,
I know you're talking about.
you can walk to it from where we're at. So,
Okay.
oh no, not from where we at. I'm thinking I'm at my own spot. My bad. My
Okay,
bad. You walking, you walk
okay,
to.
not okay.
Yeah. So Victory Drive.
Okay.
So the guy, I sat there because I was supposed to go over to my partners. My partner said, hey, we going to one spot. They changed it. We going somewhere else. They didn't tell me where, so I ain't want to drive. Y'all know Buena Vista Road has the block in the middle, so you got to drive all the way around.
Mhm.
I didn't want to get to there, and then now I got to go all the way back around. So I waited to hear back. This man comes up to my car. His hand is on his weapon
Oh my God.
as he's coming. He's not no police or nothing. Supposedly he is a security for it. He stays in a trailer there, and somebody pays him to watch the parking lot. There was a shooting the other week now, you know, at the Dollar General, whatever that's
Oh.
around,
That lady
right?
got
Oh,
killed.
Yeah, that
So,
area.
It's highly,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. He comes up with his hand on his weapon, and he's like, "Why the fuck, FUCK, or have you been sitting here for so long?
Mm.
You need to get the fuck up out of here." And there's an old, cantankerous, old KFC looking ass motherfucker.
Not KFC.
Y'all, you know what I'm saying when I
I
say.
know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Colonel looking at
Right, exactly.
and I said, "Hey, I'm about to get jazzy," and then I seen the hand
Yeah.
in this position. I know what that shit mean. And I looked, I said, "Yeah, better shut the fuck up on this one. Mr. Conversation ain't conversating today." I was like, I'm just here. Call me whatever the fuck you want to call me. I said, I'm just here, using the phone, waiting on my partner. Well, you need to get about it. Go to the Burger King. Da, 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 da. Those are the interactions that we have to deal with.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
I can't be in a parking lot minding my own fucking business
Right.
without literally a smart word away or moving too quickly away from getting my brains blown out.
Right.
We just had a baby shot in, I don't know if it was New York or Philly or something like that,
Yeah.
where they came up to the car, somebody moved too quick and they end up hitting the baby.
Right.
So these are the things that we go through.
It is. It is. Did y'all see and I think it was on TikTok about the black lady that was arguing back and forth with the white man because of a parking spot, and she pulled her gun on him and he kept coming towards her. He had walked away at one point,
Yeah. I
came
seen
back,
that.
all of
She
that, and
shot.
she ended up shooting and killing him.
Yeah.
But this is the interactions we have all the time. This is the type of stuff we see all the time. It was one video I saw. This black lady was sitting in a parking lot by herself. Nobody was in the parking lot, and this white man and his wife came up, pulled up like a parking spot over in a truck just to get out and start mess with her. She's not even doing anything in the parking lot. So this is the type of stuff we deal with every day. And the fact that we can get this stuff on camera, this tells you how bold white people are. They don't even care anymore
And
if
then
they're on
Anymore,
camera.
they
ain't
get
They
never-
still
on
gonna do
camera.
what they
Never
want to do.
cared. They
Yeah,
never
I
cared.
mean, they don't
Never.
care what they say to us. They
I
don't
mean,
care how they talk to us. They
I
don't care.
really don't think they can help it.
Okay.
I really think that this is something that's embedded in them, that privilege,
Mm-hmm.
that, you know, that entitlement. They don't see it any other way. When I hear a white person say they don't see racism,
Mm-hmm.
I believe it. They don't, because that's the way they see it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be that way because it's always been that way for them. See what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's like if you see something, just like you were saying earlier about the drug dealing in the neighborhood, and sometimes they can't help it because that's all they see. So if you grow up and you see something, that's all you see,
Yeah.
then that's just the way it is. It's like normalizing dysfunction. You see what I'm saying? Just like someone that grows up in a house where it's dysfunctional, and they become numb to dysfunction. So when it's functional, it's a problem.
Right.
see, that's why I say racism and all that is taught, but it's
It's
not.
very well, right?
It's not taught from us.
Of course
It's of course it's taught in white households because
not. Through
even
the white mother, the white woman. 'Cause she
even
spend most of the time with the
with
kids.
the kids,
Right.
even
She's one teaches it.
even with small little kids, right? They don't see color.
No, they don't.
They don't see color at all. I done seen plenty of videos where small kids, 2-3 years old, walking to the daycare and they can't wait to see their black little friend, their
Right.
white little friend, or whatever, and they be together, forever if it's not broken up. But I've also seen even shows, even in real life,
Some relationships that normally don't last long.
even in real life, I've seen people separate because of the parents, what they have still into
It's not
into
just
the
the parents
child.
though. The school teach it. The school teach racism. It ain't just the parents. The school actually teach racism. I remember during the pandemic, the kids was at home, and I was at home with my kids. They were little then, so they was in elementary, 3rd grade. One of them was in the 3rd grade.
During the
And-
pandemic.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
2020.
well, one was in 3rd grade because we're in 7th grade now.
You got a kid?
Yeah,
that
she ain't
young?
know. She didn't know yet. Somebody that young.
And, I got a 15 and 13-year-old at the house.
Jimmy say he still be firing them off. Don't be playing with him like that.
She said during the pandemic. Wait a minute.
I seen that look in their face like they're like that judge gave me. Looking like
Oh my God.
but but during the pandemic, I was sitting in because they did all the work on the computer, right?
Mhm.
So I was doing the work for them a lot of times because they was sleeping. I was like, I'm not finna have my kids doing this shit during what we going through. This is a
Right.
whole nother. This world could be coming to the end. They worry about a fucking grade.
And then they over.
Right.
They like had so much work for them kids to darn do.
And right now, these
It was
kids are
so
socially
much.
dysfunctional as hell. They can't even
Yeah.
socialize with each other because
Mm-mm.
of that. A lot of them kids went through a lot of psychological shit
They
through
did.
that pandemic, and the country didn't give a shit about them.
Sure did.
But anyway, so they was having a history lesson. Now my kids was little then. They didn't know anything about slavery or racism or the segregation, civil rights. They didn't know anything about that. So when they seen it, they was like, dang, white people was like that. And instantly they whole demeanor change towards whites.
Mm.
Okay,
Because
I wanna address
because of that.
I
something
can
with
see
that.
I see what you're saying.
And I think that's is the exact reason why they trying to get that out the schools now.
That's not a reason though.
Well, that's one of the reasons
Mm-mm.
because they say that teaching that causes division.
I don't think they're trying to prevent
It does. It
definitely
actually
teaches
it
that,
actually
but are they
does.
really trying to
I'm
prevent that?
telling you from what I seen with my kids.
Yeah, but
You know what I'm saying? And
but you just just thinking while you're talking about your experience, because I was like, why would they want to take history out of history and make it something else?
but see, they
Right.
not doing it for that reason. See, the devil know how to use both sides.
hmm
They doing it because they don't want to have to feel guilty.
Mm.
I get that.
Mm.
You
Yeah,
see what
I
I'm
can see
saying?
that. Yeah.
About what their ancestors did and what they reaping the benefits of what their ancestors. They not doing it because they worried about division, because they
Right.
still doing
That I
shit
don't
to
believe.
divide us.
Absolutely.
Mhm, mhm.
Absolutely.
So it's like they talk about they pro life, but you won't fund daycares.
Right.
You won't.
Mhm.
You done took abortion away. How can fucking
Pro-choice.
Right,
Yeah.
you see what I'm saying? When you're not
Yeah.
about life, so how can you care about division when you dividing motherfuckers? You doing that, but that's not why they using it. They want you to think that we don't want people to be divided, but you still throwing the race card up. You still
Right.
being bigots. So
Right.
you can't say that. But I'm saying it's a true fact that it does make the children see color.
That's true. So do you think putting slavery and things like that in the history books makes them see color?
I think it should not be taught in a school system that was made by whites.
Okay.
so.
Wait,
if you
can't
te-
wait.
If you go ahead. Sorry.
Say that one more
It
time.
should-
It didn't register.
It
to me.
should not be taught in a school system where the curriculum was made up by whites, because they soften it and they only give one side.
Mm.
If you're not going to give the white history of how they acted to obtain slaves, then don't just give the one side to say how we was as slaves.
Okay.
You see
I
what I'm
get
saying?
that,
Right.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
okay.
So the white people don't want to give their part of their history
Or what they did
and what they
to
did
how
to
we
the
to
slave, right.
become
Mhm.
slaves.
what they did to the slaves,
So they
how they
put
treated the slaves.
they
Right.
put the narrative like this is
choice.
how
was a
the
choice.
world
This
was.
is what? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, this is
the
how
world was.
this how it was.
Right.
We didn't make it like that.
So-
this was the natural order.
So to my point, when white people say they don't see it as racism, they don't, because they see exactly how you just said it.
The natural
This
order.
is how the world was. This is how it's supposed to have been,
Mhm,
because that's the way they teach it.
mhm.
Yeah.
So
You're
if you're not
absolutely
gonna,
right.
if you're not going to teach it right, then take it out,
Right.
Yeah.
because what you're doing is more damage than you're doing good.
Right.
And that's exactly what it's doing. Because
I can
from
see
that day, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because
We
it
was
gives
in-
the impression that black people are inferior to whites.
And it also, like when you talk
I mean, you
about,
teach a kid that they were a slave.
Right.
yeah.
You would put that in the child mind in the third
But
grade.
like you said, they don't teach us that we was kings and queens and stuff before we were
Bro,
slaves. They don't teach.
teach us that we did not submit to slavery. It was a war that we lost because we didn't have guns.
Mhm.
When white man got that gun, that changed the game.
You know what movie depicts
They
that?
don't teach that.
Mm,
Pocahontas.
mm.
The Disney movie Pocahontas.
Yeah. And I'm trying to remember ever seeing that movie.
I thought I'd seen the cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
And
is
I
the
probably can
it
say
is
I've
the
seen it,
cartoon
but
version,
it's been
but
a long time, so-
it goes right along to what you're saying, because when the colonizers came, they had machine guns and
Mhm.
stuff. And so when the natives when they was fighting in the battle, they lost
Mhm.
because they didn't have the machinery that the
Right.
colonizers had. They had handmade weapons and stuff.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, yeah. That's the
You know how
picture
they
in
kill-
cowboy movies too.
you know how they
Just
kill the
in the movie.
majority of the
Old
natives?
cowboy-
Smallpox.
Right. They didn't
Yeah.
use guns to kill the majority of the natives. They
Sickness.
kill like
Yeah,
20
disease
million
and-
of
yeah.
them with blankets, with smallpox in the
Yeah,
blanket.
But if you
They pretended to be their friends.
but one of the reasons why I want to go to Africa, because they have a lot of
Say Shaka Zulu. Waste.
is the because they have tours and very knowledgeable in what they call it, documentary tours, right? And they will tell you that they never had no diseases or anything until the colonizers came.
Right.
And that's how the diseases started to spread over in Africa, because first of all, they didn't have any resources or whatever to combat those illnesses.
Right.
So it weakened
Mhm.
it weakened their communities.
Absolutely.
Mhm. And that's how they
Yeah.
was able to infiltrate and take over.
And Mr. Conversation, you were gonna say something earlier in the middle of
Yeah, because I
saying something. Okay.
Lost it.
So-
Continue.
Okay. All right.
So the question is, do we have these conversations with our kids or
Mhm.
grandkids
Mm-hmm.
about being the only black friend in the group?
I know my parents had to talk to my brother about being the only black kid. My baby brother, the one I was telling you about. All of us went to Thomasville High, which is a predominantly black school. My baby brother went to Central High, which is a predominantly white school.
Okay.
And he chose to switch schools because he didn't, like I said, he felt some
Mhm.
type of way about the community, right? So
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I was reading the comments and I was trying to put the two. I'm listening to you. Though.
And he so he would go hang out with these boys and this and that and the other. And my mama, she was at first, I know she was like, oh, he got friends, but then she was like, wait a minute. You doing too much with these boys. You know what I'm saying? And it came, he wound up telling my mama that he got a job. And guess what the hell he got a damn job at? A plantation. My mama was so upset she made him goddamn quit.
A plantation.
A plantation. And he didn't even.
You know no better.
I was upset. I was upset because you talk about all, you know what I'm saying? You say all this stuff about the
Yeah.
community,
Right.
but your motherfucking ass gonna go work on the damn plantation.
So what made him decide to do that though?
He didn't know no better.
I'm gonna
You
chop
know-
it up that he didn't know no damn better.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna chop it up
He
to.
did.
So
He
he
did.
thinks it's
It's a
not a
job.
big deal. Like
And he thought it was
it's a job.
a job
It's a job.
because he had those. He was like Nolan.
Okay.
He was like Nolan. He felt included
Okay.
with his friends because they accepted him and they treated him as such.
Okay. Okay.
Let me say this before I forget.
Yeah,
The show
I
Soccer
have-
Zulu, Mario saying that it shows a good understanding of how the Europeans brought their guns into Africa.
Yep.
And stuff like that. That's what he was saying with the Shaka Zulu. So
Mhm.
if you want to go look at that and get a better understanding on somewhat of an understanding, because I really don't think Hollywood gives us the real facts.
That's as good as you're gonna get that
But
movie
that's
right
about as-
there.
right.
Yep.
That was a little-
It's just like, a lot of people argue with the Bible. The Bible is not going to give us, they're not going to give us the real, true
Mhm.
Bible, because everybody know there's books missing from the
right.
Bible that we have. And it's like, okay, why those books are missing? So you have to know that those books are key books
Right.
that really gives a real description of the lost children of Israel. Okay, because if you can tie the lost children of Israel, then you know who has the blessing of God.
Mhm.
If you can locate those kids, that bloodline,
Mhm.
and the reason why they hid it is so you can't locate. So that's why I say to your question again, that's the reason why they don't hate you; they envy you
Mhm.
because they know who you are. They know where they got you from.
Mhm.
You don't know because you were so young, and they made sure that you didn't have a place to go back to.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That's what they did this time. You see what I'm saying? So this is not the first time that slaves in the United States wasn't the first time that those Israelites was in slavery.
Mhm.
Okay. They were in slavery before in Egypt. Okay. And one of the reasons, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get off of the of preaching.
It's not preaching when you
Right.
teaching about what's going
Right.
on, man.
Okay, well, I'm teaching. One of the reasons that they were taken into slavery is because they got away from their God and stopped worshiping other gods. And the protection that God gave them, they got from up under it. So God never left. They left God. And so when they became vulnerable, that's when the Europeans was able to put them back into slavery, because they didn't want them to leave. You see what I'm saying? So they'll try to tell you that the pharaohs were African. No, the pharaohs is DNA fact. They were Europeans. When the pharaohs came into Egypt and took over Egypt, they put all of David's descendants into slavery because they was the majority. You see, so when they tell you that you're a minority, they lie. They want you to think as a minority when you're really the majority, because the majority has the power in everything that you do. But if you can get the majority to think they're the minority, then they're more submissive
Right.
than they would be in the majority.
That's why I didn't understand them numbers you gave earlier. Because I could.
Okay, this is the thing about those numbers. Those numbers are correct. Okay. But the majority is the minorities together.
Mhm.
You got the blacks, the Asians. The Asians are the second majority
Mhm.
because they coming in like in droves. Okay. Then you got the Mexicans and the blacks. So we're like number 4 now. You see what I'm saying? Of the minority majority, when we was number 2. So now think, with with us being number 4, what the fuck you think we gonna get when we didn't get when we were number 2?
Right.
So us being pushed down 2 notches, who the war is really against?
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why you don't see black people out here in the streets with the Mexicans marching with ICE.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna see it. You're not. You might see one or two here and there,
Right.
but we're not going out there because
Yeah.
we understand. Like I say, this generation is a different type of generation. And the children that's coming up behind us is going to be even more woke.
Mm-hmm.
So we know what they're trying to do. Back in the day, we would have been out there with our
Yeah.
sticks and shit, marching in the
Absolutely.
streets and shit,
Mm-hmm.
singing, we shall overcome, all that shit. We would have been doing that.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're not. Because we understand.
We ain't got our shit.
We
We're trying to fight other people's battles.
Right.
Mhm.
Now we actually understand.
Right. Like shit. We ain't see y'all motherfuckers there for us.
Mm-hmm.
How many Mexicans snuck into this country and helped free slaves?
Nah,
Yeah,
we-
You forgot Harriet Hernandez.
I ain't
You
never
forgot
heard
that.
of.
You know Harriet Hernandez?
So you got one?
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Okay. So let's go back to what we were saying about the Wales situation, Nolan Wales.
Before we do that, can I tell y'all something?
Mhm.
I'm a little upset
Why?
because I can't find no way to sneak no big booty or BBW into
Okay,
this
yeah, 'cause,
conversation.
yeah. You know what? We don't need that all the time.
Yeah,
We
booty
really
and
don't need
everything.
that. Really
I just had to force it in
you had to,
real quick
okay,
so I
yeah.
can say I did it.
Like you
Okay.
say,
All
just
right.
get it out and check.
Yeah, get it out there.
All right.
All right, get back serious.
Um,
I asked for permission. Y'all said
You
okay.
did. You asked
did.
for permission first. Now we know. moving
Consent
forward.
matters all the time,
We know,
ladies
moving
and
forward.
gentlemen.
We might have to think twice about the consent. Oh, so I was talking about the Nolan Wells situation, right? So, and I'm not quite sure, so I'm asking. Was he going to a private school? Majority white?
Shit,
I
I
think they
don't
may
know.
live. I
Should we
think they
know
may
that?
live in a like
It's
Predominantly
yeah,
white
it's the
neighborhood?
area they
Yeah,
lived in.
they live in. 'Cause I think
Okay.
his parents are pretty well off.
Yeah.
Okay. So, it's his environment.
Mhm.
So we kind of already know that if you're a black family and you're in a predominantly white area, then most likely the school is going to be predominantly white. Your neighborhood is going to be predominantly white. So your kids are going to naturally
Mhm.
only have predominantly white
white
friends.
friends.
They're
Pretty
going to
much.
have white girlfriends and boyfriends
Pretty much.
Mhm.
and all of that. So that does give a false sense of security in kind of a way, right?
Mhm.
Is that like a false sense of security, or is it false at all? Because
Look
what
at-
else are they going to? What else would they do
Have you seen
if
it?
that's all they know?
Have you seen the Colin Kaepernick story?
I haven't
Yes.
seen the
You seen that story?
story.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
So
The actual movie.
the
Okay,
movie
no.
that he had a little documentary movie,
Mm-mm.
and he was talking about how it was for him, and he mixed.
You
Okay.
talking about the guy that played football,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That got the
That got on
long
his
curly
knee.
hair.
that-
Okay, yeah.
You know,
that
'cause he-
got on his knee, and
He was raised by a white family,
Mhm.
Black
right?
ball.
Even though he mixed.
Mhm.
So all of his surrounding was white,
Mhm.
and he talks about how he experienced racism as as
one
a
of
kid,
the only
right? As a kid,
Yeah.
he experienced that racism and how they was, and his parents and adopted parents were just
Oblivious to it.
right. They was like, no, because that's how they see how it's supposed to be.
Mhm.
I heard a guy give an analogy about how white people see us. Okay. And it's like, if you ever had a dog, right? You love, and you love your dog,
Mhm.
but your dog don't eat at the table with you. He don't eat out your spoon with you, your
Mhm.
fork with you. He don't sleep in the bed with you. Most people, some people,
Right.
The
yeah.
crazy
Some
thing
people,
is they
right.
treat the dog better than they treat us. But I get your analogy.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's like,
absolutely.
that's how they see us, because in the Constitution, it was written that we was 3/5 of a him.
Mhm.
Right.
So we were like animals. So to them, we were property. So you teach that, and you put it in a constitution, a law, that these people are property.
That's why I always side eye white people when they adopt black babies.
Right. Why?
Why would you do
Right.
that?
I don't understand that
That's
either.
my question too.
I don't understand that either. Just like
Yeah,
why
I
would
don't
why would a black couple want to go out here and get a white kid?
Right.
You know, why? Why would you want to do that to that child?
Mm.
Because we are cultured different. We our texture,
Everything
Yeah,
is different.
about us.
A lot of
Right.
stuff is different.
is different.
The way we care for ourselves, the way we love each other, the way we talk to each other, the way we cook, the way we eat.
It's the way we built.
It's all wired differently.
Our bodies are different. You know, look at black men body and white men body, Asian men body, Mexicans. Look how their bodies are. It's
That's
natural.
Oh, well.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Women, look at the women. Look at black women, how their bodies are. Some women fine as a mother don't have to work out. Just natural. Ass, titties, you know, just have that natural thing.
Not both of y'all sipping. Oh my God.
We different, you know what I'm saying? And
Yes, Lord.
hey, I love black folks.
Yeah,
You know, I just wish that
me too.
I wish that we would stop being fed with all the stuff that we've been fed with from these white folks.
And you know, one thing that we didn't touch on was colorism.
We got time.
Yeah, I don't want to take too long because y'all know I got to go to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know, we got to do
Yes,
that.
we gotta
yeah.
do that. We gotta do that real quick. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I just want to touch on colorism right quick because that's another way that what they did to divide our community, right? The light skinned women or the light skinned guys versus the darkies.
I think black people had something to do with that too.
But
I
is
can
it
see
not,
that.
was it not systematically taught? Because if you were, back in the
Yeah.
day, if you were real fair skinned,
Mhm.
then you got privilege. You was a house nigga,
Right. And black people didn't like that shit.
right?
You know, I think that was like a two-way thing right there.
It probably was, but at the same time, that's still something that
Yeah.
divided us. And I experienced colorism myself because, if you see my family,
We got a fact check.
Uh-oh. Fact check.
if you see my family, then I'm really the darkest in my family when it comes to my mom, my siblings, and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And even if you look at her side of the family, she is the darkest of her family. And my mama is real fair skinned.
Hmm.
So growing up, I felt some type of way because I would, I was always looked at, well, why you so dark and they this color? And
They thought you were the milkman, baby.
yeah.
Your dad was dark?
Yes, my dad is dark.
Oh, shit,
He's
that
African Caribbean.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense to me.
What? They shouldn't even ask about
Yeah,
that
okay.
shit. What is wrong
That
with
shouldn't even
them?
been a question.
But that don't change,
Yeah.
what
Okay.
the things that I experienced when growing up.
I get that.
I get it because look at me. I'm dark skinned. I came out the womb this color, no doubt. For
No,
real.
I believe you because
I did. My daughter, Precious, she came out same way, chocolate already when she came out. So,
Wow.
So did your mama ever express issues with colorism growing up? Because fair skinned people back in those days, they had issues on the white side and the black.
right,
Mhm. So she did
still do.
Yeah, still do.
because her dad had more African features.
Mhm.
She didn't look like them. She just had some of their features, right? Like
Right.
her nose wasn't,
Right.
shaped a certain way. She got a wide nose. She got an African nose.
So your mom is mixed with white.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she
Yes,
had
it is.
some white in her from what her mom's side, but her
It
dad-
down the line, her mama still look black. Next, but I get
so-
your point.
Some
So
think
she
she got like
fair-skinned, but
a
she look
white
black.
parent.
Mm.
So you saying a grandparent or something
Yeah,
like that?
something
White.
like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So you like my wife, mom is got a white dad.
Mm.
So she's 50-50.
Mm.
So my wife got about 30.
But it said he seen the pictures. He ain't lying. He said you came out the womb black. Take a nigga, boy. He said he ain't have to fact check that one.
Hey,
Right,
yeah. Hey, I'm
right.
telling you, I've been this color all my life.
Yeah,
But
Barbie
even
said, I seen the
growing up in school though, colorism, you know,
Mm.
the light skinned girls and the
Alright,
dark
crazy.
skinned girls, they gave us hell.
I
Yeah.
bet.
They gave us
Yeah.
hell back in the day.
I remember back in the day, light skinned nigga would get all the girls.
Yeah.
Them niggas ain't even had to be cute.
And I didn't like
Long
my
as they
color
look
so
like
much.
you.
Freaking light skin. That nigga got all of them.
I ain't like my color so much. I wanted the light skinned dude. I ain't want no
Really?
dark skinned dude. Yeah.
Man.
I just
Really
fucked them
been
all.
Oh my God.
Light skin.
There was no colorism
Dark
issues.
skin, not
what
with
you
me.
was.
I had issues.
Listen, my dick was not racist. Colorist, but all, like, well, there's a little prejudice because I'm a white lady, but
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I
but when
always
it comes to
wanted-
black,
It don't matter what shade.
yeah, I can get some Ricans in there too. You know, I
Yeah.
can get some of them Ricans too.
But they
Oh, I
part-
love
they
them
part of the
Ricans.
They got
fact-
yeah.
Yeah, they part of the fact they wanted to try.
Yeah, I love them Ricans now because they was the
I ain't
lightest of the
say-
lightest.
but they don't-
I didn't say I
Yeah.
love them. I ain't saying all that. I'm just saying
I'm saying it.
They'll get
I
the
could
job
just
done.
yeah.
They can get it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be like
Okay.
ill, you know, but you know,
Yeah, they part of the tribe, the 12 tribe.
12 try.
Yeah, they wanted the 12 tribe, but even though you can't tell them that, you know, they think they part of the European tribe now.
But hey,
Now, they say light skinned folk play it out
They say
nowadays.
my oldest son is
Oh, yeah, the darker the berry, the
yeah,
sweeter
dark
the juice.
skin, then in the chocolate,
black.
the
Mario,
chocolate is in. now.
Mario, you ain't black, you yellow. His
Mario
mama
is
even
yellow.
yellow.
Yeah, Mario
And-
yellow.
Little Mario is even yellower.
okay.
He said, "What now? My oldest son is the same way as people think he's mixed and both his parents black, but
His skin
his
doesn't tan.
skin doesn't tan like I do." Okay.
Yeah, because he a little bit more on the
Transparent.
on the whiter side.
Okay.
Yeah, he's on the whiter side.
White.
Well, by the time I got to school, it was okay. Dark skin was back in. You know what I mean? So,
Okay.
you know, the DeBarge times
Which-
and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All y'all have
Hell,
Chris-
March time.
Yeah,
the
all
Mary
that
Barnes,
being had with
Barnes,
Chris Brown.
all
I'll
that,
be
yeah.
sure them niggas.
Yeah,
That's all they really
Exactly.
had during my time. You know?
Yeah.
So we
B2K.
was good.
You came back
You know,
after,
right.
New
We're
Jack,
doing the B2K
after New
area.
Jack City.
The
Wesley
little
Snipes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wesley Snipes helped us out.
Yeah,
That-
They did.
Marie just
Wesley
said.
Snipes definitely helped us out.
Yeah.
It definitely helps. somebody.
Marie just said when New Jack City came out, that would have
Oh, yeah.
fell out of love with
Absolutely.
Light Skin. Yeah,
Absolutely.
he ain't lying. That's exactly what it hit.
Yeah.
But look though, entertainment got that influence.
It does.
it does.
That's why
It does.
that's why I pay
Yeah.
so much money.
Yeah.
That's why they make so much money. But you got to understand the Romans love their entertainment.
Yeah.
They
Always
they love
have
their
back in the day.
entertainment.
Coliseum.
The Coliseum, they
Coliseum.
love it.
Yeah.
So it's always gonna make a lot of money, and they use that to
As a distraction.
and it helps keep people thinking that they're gonna get to that status.
Mm.
You see, so you got
Mhm.
record labels. They own record labels, and they own prisons. And then in the
Okay.
record label, they promote what? Prison.
Yeah, they promote violence.
It's like prison is
Actions that'll get you
Absolutely.
to that.
That'll get
Right.
you
So
to that,
it's like
yeah.
in our culture, we think if you ain't been to jail, you ain't shit.
Mhm. You ain't hard enough. You
Right.
ain't this and that.
It's like going to jail is a part of our culture.
Well, stop,
that?
Mario. Stop, Mario. Y'all
Like
been
it's
out
a
of style
badge
for a
of
long
honor.
time. Light
Well, he
skin
said,
been,
"I
been
don't
out of
get the
time,
sun
been out
on
of
my
style for a
feet and they
long
look
time.
like him."
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Boy, stop.
Oh, yeah,
the
y'all
sun
play
don't
it out
touch me
now.
the same
Yeah.
color as
So
the
it's like,
sun.
you know what I'm saying? It's sad, man. But they
Yeah.
use that entertainment, you know, to keep us chasing something that a lot of us ain't never will obtain.
Never. Absolutely.
So, and then they make those people be our voice for us in the community. Them motherfuckers don't live where we live down. Their
Right.
kids go to private school.
Right. Yep.
They got butlers and shit.
Mm.
Well, when we get there, we're gonna do our best to remember, right? When we get there, right?
Get well.
When we
They
get
say money
For that
changes.
stat?
so-
When we get the money. I ain't say all the bad stuff that's attached to it. I said when we get the money.
Get
Yeah.
money.
When we get there, when we become the voices, when this podcast becomes the next what's that one everybody listen to?
The conversation.
Yeah, tonight's conversation.
Oh.
When In the Black is the next thing.
Mario said he caramel toffee,
Oh my God. Mario,
not,
please.
not yellow. Okay.
Look, he said we ain't never been out of style.
He
That's what
right. He
Mario
right.
said.
They ain't out of style. I still
Oh,
them
man.
like and cat pulling them. They still getting them. But you not caramel, my brother. You are not brown. I wish I knew how to put your picture up here and show
Oh,
everybody.
my God.
Pecan.
You are
tan,
not
man.
brown. Let me see, can I
Maybe
go in there and get his picture of him? No, he is not
Hilarious.
pecan tan. He is
yellow.
yellow, especially in the winter.
Yellow.
Time. You know, he might.
Give me a somebody that's
Alicia Keys
well
yellow.
known. Yeah, like what type of yellow?
Yeah.
we talking
He more
Say
like
yellow, Alicia Keys, maybe.
nah.
He lighter than that. Alicia Keys
Yeah,
might
Alicia
red now.
Keys.
You been in here with Tasha
No.
Jenkins?
Okay. Y'all know the movie Friday.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The guy who got his bike took.
Red.
Right.
Yeah. He,
Yeah.
That's
light skin.
pecan tan.
is he yellower than that?
That's-
Oh no, you yellow then, bro.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
yellow than that.
Yeah, 'cause that's
lighter than
pecan tan.
tan to me.
Cause pecan tan is the lightest of the darker shade.
His wife.
Ooh,
His
nah,
wife the same color. Him and his
lighter
wife the
than that.
same color.
Oh yeah, y'all red. Y'all red bones.
They not red. No, red. The one we talk about on Friday, that's red. It's a difference between being red,
Yeah.
light skin, and
Yeah.
high yellow.
Yeah. And he high yellow. He in high yellow
he
category.
right down that high yellow line. He
Okay.
right there by it, but he ain't quite there. Now, Lil Mario is high yellow. He over there.
Do they get toasty in the sun?
Dude, yeah, he needs suntan lotion.
No. That's not what I asked. I asked, do they get toasty?
Like brown.
Oh, where?
Just a little.
Got a little bit of color. Like
Yeah.
some more red. to the
I don't
tone.
know. I'm gonna have to get him in here.
Mario said his wife said she begged to differ.
I know it. I know it. She got it down like 4 flat.
Hey, that's right. That's how it's supposed to be.
She gonna be down with it like 4 flat. But I'm here to tell the truth
Oh Lord.
that he yelling.
Yeah, let that go, Mario.
She yelling. He's still my brother though.
That's Jimmy's story, and he's
Yeah.
sticking to it.
He
huh?
just your yellow brother.
my yellow
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
I got a yellow
Let that
sister.
go.
My sister yellow. We got the same mom and dad.
All right, that's his new nickname, YB. Yellow brother.
Yellow bone.
That's what YB.
Oh Lord.
Oh shoot.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
we don't want you to be late for work.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
She about to go activate some demons. I'm gonna get the hell up out of here before she start changing them cards. She said, I'm getting the hell up out of here. Don't say my name at all
He
whatsoever.
said, now he's saying paper brown.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sandpaper brown.
We gonna let you be. All right, bro. We gonna let you be brown. I get it. My daughter, she the
Let
same.
have it. I
way.
told you.
My daughter got a what you call the little AI pictures.
Mhm.
And she just yell her mama, but her picture is dark skinned. Like, who is that? That's
Now,
not
that's
you.
not
Well, your daughter that I met,
It's not too sure.
she chocolate.
She dark.
Them are. I got one high yellow daughter because she the same color her mom. Y'all ain't met her. She the 15-year-old,
Okay.
but she is high yellow. Now the other ones, they chocolate. All of them chocolate.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She
The
just-
oldest
yeah.
is definitely chocolate.
She and the son, my son, both of them chocolate. So,
Mm.
but my daughter, she took out to her mom. They the matching color, like she got her skin off her
Yeah.
and gave it to her.
All right.
All right, well, I'm gonna let Sky go ahead and start activating all these portals and demons and stuff that she about to do.
See why you got to
Uh-oh.
there
Appreciate
you
you,
go
big homie.
Why I
demonizing.
gotta be?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
I meant
there you go
bad.
demonizing.
the spirits that she's
Oh
about to
my
conjure.
God.
Is that better?
Easy, Jay.
All right.
So I'm gonna let her do her thing. And yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So we finna get up on out of here.
Yes. We thank everybody for coming in and joining us. We appreciate y'all. This was a good conversation. Very important information. Things that we do need to kind of put out there. And
I
continue
learned
to
some
put out.
things.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
So
Big booties matter. Had to get it out.
that's why you. That's why you. Was
That's the only insert
That's
you
why
can
his
do.
eyes were
Sorry.
cutting. Okay,
Well, couldn't.
his eyes was cutting.
What they
Like,
were
he was
cutting at?
waiting. He
What
was
they-
waiting to
oh,
see.
he was waiting.
waiting to
See
put it in.
Yeah.
Oh,
They matter.
All righty then. He said EJ said big booty matter.
Yeah.
Oh my
Body
God.
positivity. That's all I'm saying.
Body
Yeah.
positivity. Yes, I got you. It makes sense.
Well, I just want to say, this your girl Sky, your neighborhood unicorn. Check out 3 Shades of Black Custom Creations. And, I got a massage business going on, which I cater to women and the elderly and the pregnant. And y'all just gonna check me out. Oh, and pull up to the second community event to back outside Columbus, 2 Ropes, 1 Community. Is a double Dutch community, and I know this second time a lot of people gonna come out. It's gonna be a great time. So eventually I'll probably turn this into a program. So y'all come on out and have a good time next Thursday.
All righty.
What, EJ? Which one?
This conversation.
Which one to add?
Y'all have a wonderful night.
All right. Miss Coco.
Yeah, thank everybody again. We appreciate y'all. See y'all next time.
Yeah, we thank everybody. I do want to end on a note about, because we joke around and everything, but this was really a serious show because a young man did lose his life with some so-called friends. And it's a sad event that we still going through something like this in 2026.
Yeah.
And in the same state that Emmett Till was lied on and lost his life.
Mm. I
It
didn't
is,
even realize that.
Yeah, me either.
so just, as parents, I know we strive to, work hard and give our kids some of the things we didn't have. And, we feel like we make it successful when we take our kids and we move out of neighborhoods and all our neighbors don't look nothing like us. And we feel that's the best thing for our kids. But a lot of times it's not.
Right.
It's really not. And it's no knock on anyone that's working hard, that's trying to get their kids a better life, a better education. I get it. I understand. I work just as hard. And my kids do not live in the same neighborhood type that I lived in, but I definitely make it my business to keep them around their people.
Mhm.
And when you get to a point in life, and I'm not saying this family is doing this, please don't take my words out of context. But when you get to a point in life where you get so much money, where you feel like you don't want to be around people that look like you, that's a problem.
It's a deeper problem.
That's a
agree.
problem.
Yeah.
So to anybody out there, whether you're young or old, and you feel like you only feel successful if your neighbors are white or they're not black, that's not true. That's not true. This young man was a promising young man. This wasn't a thug. This wasn't no dropout.
A
This
strong
wasn't,
athlete.
Yep.
this hurt me like I know this guy,
Mhm.
Yeah.
because I have a son. I have 3 sons, and I can't imagine I would have to be sedated right now to keep me from being a vigilante
Mm.
and revenging my son's death, because there's nothing no one could say to me that would keep me from going to kill
Hey, you know
every
what?
last one of them that
I
was there.
said the same thing.
Yeah.
I said the same thing because ain't no way.
Yeah.
I'm killing every. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I don't think we could say that, but
I done fucked up and said it.
It's already out there. It's already out.
I would definitely go to prison
It-
with a smile on my face.
it hurts me to my heart, man. It really do. I mean, I felt like I know this young man just looking at his pictures, man, and being an athlete myself and understanding that the journey he's on. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know what else?
Yeah.
What got me that smile? Like he was so
He
happy
was so handsome.
in
Man.
in
He
that
was so
space.
handsome, and he just had so much going for him.
Yeah.
But I mean, it does take us back, but that jealousy that they have with strong Black just people in general.
So if you live out in those type
Yeah.
of communities, we
Hey.
as people, we just need to remember that we have to have these conversations with our kids, teach them, awareness, when
Yeah.
you're the only person doing something and everybody else around you not doing the same thing, like,
Yep.
you know, you need to have a sense of discernment. And I don't think that families that are in those spaces have those conversations because they also have a veil over their
Absolutely. They're looking
eyes
through those
too.
rose-colored glasses. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just like Mr. Conversation was saying, we're just being hit on so many different levels as Black people. This is just something else we have to add to the list of the things we have to talk to our kids about just to keep them safe.
Mhm.
Crazy.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. If I didn't see you in the chat, thank you for joining us tonight. Everybody that joined in and commented, we appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.